my angels, happy Tuesday. On a sweltering day in the UK, we are having temperatures of over 30 degrees, which I know for some people watching this, they'll be like, ah, fucking nothing. No. For some of you, it isn't. But the UK is not built for weather like this. We're just not, right? We're really not. We're built for a cooler climate. So I'm grateful that we've been having this beautiful heat, but I can't sit in the garden in 30 degrees. I'm sorry. I can abroad, but not here. And there's a little fly that's found its way into the house as well. You need to fuck off, mate. You're not welcome. Go away. Get out. Anyway, so we are fast approaching the full moon in Sagittarius, which is on Sunday. So, you know, the energy is a little bit, it's a little bit cray-cray, you know? It's intense. Like, there's things that you are probably sitting with this week where you're like, have I really been doing that for that amount of time? Yeah, probably. So you're being asked to really review what needs changing in your life. And where do you need to be more compassionate with yourself? Okay? And for some of you, you've been holding the emotions of others and not really facilitating your own. You've been letting your emotions slide. You've been bottling them up. You've not been putting that work into you because you've been too busy focusing on what everyone else is up to. Now's the time where you stop doing that. You have to, I mean, with the exception of those who are carers and things like that for family or relatives, I understand it's difficult to prioritize yourself in that regard. But for a lot of you, it's a time to try and choose yourself and not feel guilty for doing that. Yes, you help people, absolutely. But in order to bring in the things that are meant for you, in the timing that you're meant to do it in, you must choose to focus more on you and not put everyone else in front of you and, for example, be a people pleaser. We are all guilty of it at times, yes. But it's like, why am I being a people pleaser? Like, who am I actually trying to benefit here? Because it certainly is damn sure is not myself, you know? I mean, obviously everyone's journey is different. And like I said, you may have other responsibilities where you have no choice but to put others before you. But even then, you'll still have a little window of opportunity where you can go, do you know what? This is just for me, this next half an hour or whatever it is. Try to do something that your future self will thank you for. Right, okay, now I've got all that out of the way and I've said what I needed to say. Let's see what this week brings for those who are seeing this. Animals. Okay, so going back to basics. Going back to basics is immediately what I get with that. But we'll see. We have confidence. Psychic abilities. For those of you that have cats, cats are a really wonderful way of connecting in with your psychic abilities, and they will help you develop freedom. They will help you develop your psychic gifts. Travel and answers are here as well. This is interesting. Maybe some of you are being called to travel. All right, let's see. Clarify the animals card, please. Two of Cups. Wow. All right. Interesting. Ace of Swords. The Lovers. Ooh. Right. Stop. So the Psychic Abilities card is clarified by the Sun, the Seven of Wands, and the Six of Wands. So you're overcoming something here that will enable you to receive your gifts more and more. Because you're learning that when you are defensive about things, it doesn't really serve you. It doesn't really serve you. When you're defensive, when you're holding some kind of resistance to what is coming forward for you, yeah, Freedom's clarified by the universe and the Three of Cups. Like, you really have got, and the universe is like the World card in normal tarot, you really have got some amazing things coming here. Clarify answers. Two of Crystals and the King of Swords. Someone's umming and ahhing on what to do here about you. Okay. Seven of Cups. Yeah, and they're looking at a few different ways. We've got oppression here as well, which is like, this is the devil energy. Tell me more about that, Spirit. Nine of Crystals. Okay. It's a bit of a weird one, but what I get with this is there is a bit of obsession here over you being single. It's like, it almost feels like there's an urgency to come forward, and somebody here is trying to gain, yeah, Eight of Crystals. Somebody here is trying to gain the confidence to come towards you. Meanwhile, yeah, Justice. They want to balance something out. Meanwhile, you know, and they may well be dealing with karmic energy at the moment, or closing out cycles. I mean, obviously, awakening. Ooh, that's Judgment in normal tarot. So your person's been going through an awakening. You have been going through an awakening. I'm really getting the strong sense. Yeah, Ace of Wands and the King of Wands underneath deck. I'm really getting the strong sense that somebody is keen to come and see you. They want to free themselves from this cage that's been holding them back. And they're realising that the cage is actually themselves and their fear of not speaking their truth to whoever they need to speak the truth to. So they're umming and ahhing how to tell you what you need to, like, they are aware they've got answers to give you. They are aware they've got to give you some truth, some clarity. And, you know, they've been having breakthroughs in their life. I mean, obviously, please, practice non-attachment, but there's definitely this vibe of a masculine collective that really do want to come in. Like, there is this almost urgency to come and see you and talk. And, you know, they know you're single, and that bothers them because they're like, shit, they're on the market. Like, they could be snapped up at any moment. I need to get in there. I need to tell this person how I feel, because they don't want to watch you with someone else. Granted, for a lot of you, you've had to see them with other people. And it's very, very difficult. We know this. We know these journeys are not for the faint of heart. But it really feels like they're sitting in that energy of thinking, fuck, because you've pulled your energy back, because you've focused on you, you know, you might be talking to them telepathically, but even that's dropped off because Spirit's blocking it. Spirit is blocking the telepathy a little bit here so that the masculines come the fuck forward. All right? All right. Okay. So, yeah, they're definitely on something. What else does the collective seeing this need to see and understand and know? Hierophant. Okay, so spiritual awakening. Commitment. Magician's just fallen out. Bearing in mind we are in Gemini season. So, yep, there is that. I don't think I want to take all of these, but maybe I do. The Emperor. The Six of Cups. Yeah, I'm telling you, they're coming in. Now, if they do, great. For those of you that happens to, amazing. Be level-headed about it. Be grounded about it, all right? Pardon me. Be in your open-headed heart space. Be in your open-hearted heart space. Be in your open, receptive energy, okay? The wheel is turning in your direction. We've got the Eight of Wands, and these are two conflicting energies. I know. This dude is a fucking slow bastard. We know this. Sorry, Spirit. He's slow, but he's intentional. And he isn't just holding a pentacle for you. He's holding a cup of love. Like, he wants to come in, or they want to come in and be stable. They want to offer you something committed, especially with this Emperor energy, right? And especially with the Hierophant. So this really is a case that a lot of you have got this coming in where your person is going to be like, right, I know what I need to do now. Clarify the Hierophant. If that doesn't say commitment, I don't know what was. What else does? Ten of Cups. Clarify Magician. Anxious, working through some anxiety, clarified Emperor. Yeah, they're worried because they've been stuck for so long. Are you going to have a new Emperor? Six of Cups, let's go. And that's enough for them to go, oh no, I can't have this. I've got to come in. Obviously, if it's the right time, then they'll come in the right manner. But Ten of Wands, maybe for some of them, they need to feel like you're moving on, or they need to feel, and I don't say this in a manipulative manner, but they almost need to feel as part of your journey. For so long, they just know you're always there, right? And then when you go, do you know fucking what? Like, I love you dearly, but I'm moving my energy away. I'm focusing on me, and I'm pulling my energy back. They then feel that loss. They feel it, and they're like, oh, okay, the energy's changed. That person's not chasing me anymore. They're not reaching out. They're not communicating in any way, shape, or form. Like, what the actual fuck? What's going on? Da 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 da. Oh, have they met someone else? And then they start tapping into your energy and trying to wonder what's going on with you, right? 11:11 in the time, as I say this. So for a lot of you, you've pulled your energy back. You've focused on you. I mean, in some cases, you might be entertaining other people, but I don't feel you're dating anybody. I feel like for most of you, you have a lot of male admirers or female admirers, depending on, which energy you associate with more of. But ultimately, you are very focused on you, right? And your person is also very focused on you. However, they want to come in the right energy. And for some of them, because they're like, fuck, I need to come back, I need to do this, they're burdened by the thought of coming back if they're not quite ready. And so they're worried about the time, right? Not recognizing in some cases that the divine have all of this under control. If any of you feminines who align with this reading, if you are meant to be with other people to experience a pattern or a lesson to learn, or you're meant to have another relationship elsewhere before you be coming into union with this person here, then that will happen or will be already taking place. For a lot of you, I don't think you are meant to be with anybody else. I think this person here is your person. Now, this is not toxic energy. They might have dealt with toxic difficulties at times, but there was not really a massive amount of toxicity in your dynamic. It wasn't like that. It was more, if they've gaslit you or ghosted you or caused, they've had to hide you or pretend you don't exist or anything like that, it's circumstantial and it's a capacity issue as well, and it's something they've had to do to protect the connection. And if that's the case, I don't really see that as toxic. What I see as toxic is someone coming to you in and out for sex and nothing else. They're literally offering you nothing but that. They're not offering you anything but intimacy. They're blatantly telling you, other people will always be my downfall. I'm not interested in being in a relationship. I'm in a relationship, or whatever the situation. Like, that is toxic, right? That is something you don't want to be involved in. But if somebody is genuinely trying to do the right thing by you and by everyone else in their life, and they're trying to do things a step at a time, they're working through things gradually, they're paying their karma back, they're, wanting to come in correct, then you can't hold them against that. You can't hold that against them, rather. We've got the Eight of Wands here twice, so this is powerful energy. And they've been really like, I want to come in, I want to do this, and they want to tell you why things have taken the time they've taken. And part of the reason why it's taken so long is because they've been focused on their work, yes, but they've also been dealing with a hell of a lot of shit with the tower coming out. And it's not a stable tower, this one. They've been dealing with a lot of shit. And, now with you, they're like, I just want to offer that person reciprocity. I want to make up for what I've done. I want to give them, I want to make amends. The Six of Pentacles is about making amends. Like, your person is in Emperor energy. They're in Emperor energy, which is really good. And this dude, slow but stable, not wishy-washy bullshit. He's slow. He is slow. I'm not gonna lie. He is the slowest knight. All right, okay. So what else does the collective watching need to be aware of? What else do they need to know at this time? Five of Wands in reverse, coming out of Oh, 9 of Cups in reverse. Sorry, I apologise. 7 of Wands in reverse. So that's wanting to knock down walls. 6 of Cups, return. 4 of Swords, rest, rejuvenation, healing. We've got King of Fire, Page of Cups, telling you they want to come in and talk. Release. So this is, what card's this? 13. The Death card. Transformation. Change. Growth. Timing is really important. Obviously, I cannot tell you that enough. You know that. Now, what's interesting with this 4 of Swords is this person here has a suit of armour next to them that they're not wearing. It's a feminine suit of armour. So they're probably in this energy of, I know I've hurt this person, and they have hurt you because they have to hurt you so you do your healing work, right? They've not hurt you in a nasty, nasty way. They've hurt you as a result of the type of connection you have. And as I've said to you before, with these connections, the masculine energy cannot love you and show you that love until you love yourself. So they teach you when they leave you, when they choose other things, other people, other situations, whatever it is they're dealing with outside of the karma that they've got to close out, or karmic lessons they've got to learn and close out, they teach you to choose yourself, right? So they are in this energy of, do they need armour on to come and see you or not? Because it feels like for a lot of cases, you're quite chilled and relaxed. And, you know, they know they need to pay back some times of, and I say pay back loosely, they want to make amends for the times where they've not had to, where they've not been able to speak to you, they've not been able to give you what they want and you want, you know? And this is this sort of feeling, testing the waters kind of energy. But the Page of Cups is also open-hearted. It's you being open-hearted. It's you doing the resting, doing the healing, so that you don't need your armour on to deal with them and they don't need armour on to deal with you, right? So you're in that place. And with this King of Wands energy, they really do want to come forward. So, clarify the 7 of Fire in reverse. Yeah. Holy fuck. You're gonna laugh when you see these cards. They really do want to come forward. What have I just said? Messenger of Water, Emperor, and Messenger of Air. Communication. They're in Emperor energy. They're not in Dicky energy. They're in Emperor energy. Why is this 9 of Cups in reverse? You know, they weren't happy before. They weren't with somebody who was a wish fulfillment that they really trusted. Right, okay, so let me rephrase that. Sometimes you can attract in someone who is an unhealed version of you, right? Which is what you have to do to learn lessons. We all at some point were with the right person at the right time because they were reflecting the wounds we needed to work on and grow from, right? So they now realise they weren't a wish fulfillment at times for you because they had to do some healing work. And respectfully, you wouldn't have been a wish fulfillment for them either because you had to do the healing work. Now you are a wish fulfillment. And behind all of that, they've known you are deeply the wish fulfillment, but you can't honour that wish fulfillment while you're still working through your fucking present moment of difficulty where you're having to close out a karmic cycle, where you're having to close out another relationship that at one point made you feel so happy. But that's because you were with somebody who was an unhealed version of yourself. And now you look back and you go, oh my God, they were never really my true wish fulfillment. No, you were settling. But the masculines tend to settle. They're very rarely happy in another relationship that's not with their true counterpart. Very, very, very rarely. And once they've awoken up to who you really are, they're like that, oh my God, nothing is ever going to be the same. Nothing is ever going to feel this incredible, this balance, this home energy. So with the 4 of Fire, this is home. 4 of Fire is in a union. Clarify the 6 of Cups, please, Spirit. Clarify the 6 of Cups. 7 of Water. Yeah, trying to figure out how to come in. Clarify the Four of Swords. They want to. The Two of Air, but it's a block. Like, they're trying to make a decision what to do. And I feel like for a lot of them, they're trying to decide if you have got your armour on or off. Are you going to be armed up? Are you going to be going, well, fuck this shit. I'm going to just be very mindful of what you're saying. I'm going to keep my heart space a little bit closed down. Let me tell you now, they will not come towards you if you have got your heart a tiny bit closed off. You need to have your heart fully open because you're that wholehearted in your own life. You don't know or matter or care what they're up to. As long as they're happy, healthy and wealthy, you need to be in a place where you're like, do you know what? If they come forward, they come forward. If they don't, they don't. I'm happy regardless. It takes a long time to get to this place, let me tell you. It's taken me a long time. It's taken me 11 years. Wait, no, I first woke up spiritually in 2013. And then I met one counterpart in 2015. And I met the next person. Yeah. It's... Okay, you need to realise that when you are whole within, that is when you know you align with this Christ or Sophia consciousness, where everything is love. Yes, there is suffering in the world, absolutely. But when you focus on the light and the love and what you can do to help people shift out of that energy, because you've shifted yourself to a higher enough frequency to be able to hold that space for others, the world, and this is where, I know people don't want to hear it, but this is where the twin flame, divine counterpart dynamic really helps the world, because the more twins are in union, the more it's going to help the vibration of Mother Earth. And if you're here to bring love down onto the earth grids, unconditional love down onto the earth grids, you will have to go through a lot of horrible lessons in order to hold that space for others. And it could be horrible teachings in your health, in relationships, in money, like, or it could be all of them, you know. Page of Fire. Your King of Wands wants to come in with fire. They're enthusiastic to come towards you. The King of Wands could be a masculine energy or a feminine energy. Take it as it resonates. Clarify, a male or a female, sorry. Clarify the Page of Cups, Four of Earth. They want to come in with an earthly presence, with a romantic gesture, but you know, they want to be playful with you. I'm looking at the dolphin. They want to be playful with you. And if you have got your armor on, that is going to not enable them to come forward. If you've got any kind of armor on, they are going to be like, oh my God. And I think for a lot of you, you have done a fair amount of healing. And this is where they're trying to figure out, okay, is it safe to come forward yet? Because all I want to do is come forward to this person. Clarify the release card. The Tower. Yeah. There's been some difficulties, like, we know this. And then we've got the Sun. Things are changing for the better. Transformation, there you go. Change, change, change. It's just, you have to remember that these journeys are a marathon and not a sprint. Like, if you meet your person and get into a relationship and a union with them really quickly, that's because you've closed out the karma already. You know, the longer it takes you to get into union, meaning, the meaning behind that is usually to do with the amount of karma or karmic energies that need to be balanced out before you and your counterpart can be together. That also means soul contracts on both sides need closing out before you can be in any kind of union. If those contracts aren't closed out, you won't be able to be together, not full time. So, you know, this is why it takes so long, and this is why so many people will meet their twin at a later stage in life in a lot of cases. Not always, but I mean, I have a few clients who've met their twin in their 20s and they're not going to be in union for a long time, and they're aware of that. But then there's a few that are in their union already, and it didn't take them long to get to that. I've got a few clients who are in union, and it's honestly, and those of us who teach on this journey, it takes our unions, unfortunately, a lot longer to happen, because we have to hold that space for others. We have to go through some really harsh lessons to get to a place where we can hold the space for ourselves and then other people. And, you know, my own journey has not been a bed of roses. And to be honest, I wouldn't want it to be. I actually appreciate that it's been difficult and challenging. I actually appreciate that I've had two people. And it's this sort of acknowledgement that I'm grateful to them both. And, you know, what will be will be. and everyone's journey is different. And people can say, oh, you were just dealing with a karmic. No, because a karmic partner or person, and I wasn't in a relationship with that other person, let me be clear. I didn't even have a relationship with them. So I had experiences with them and I spent time with them, but the last time I saw them was 2022. We're now nearly halfway through 2026. And I'm grateful for them, always will be. But, you know, I had to learn the hard way through very difficult challenges and initiations that they weren't for me. However, they got me to my purpose. I started my purpose fully in 2020, and it's only evolved since then. And then since I've met the other person, it's evolved even more. So yes, there's been some difficult challenges. And, you know, when you meet your real person, unfortunately for a lot of us, our lives do have to be completely obliterated, because anything built on fear, on old propagandas, on old conditioning, old patterning, cannot survive in the way the new earth needs us to. Because that is all about love. And you'll find eventually there won't be monetary exchanges, there will be energy exchanges. So you'll be going out and paying for something with a service as opposed to paying for something with money. I'm talking a way down the line. It's a long time before that's going to happen. But this is where a lot of us are being guided to grow our own food, all this kind of thing. So, you know, the world will become a better place. It's just how you visualize it and how you interpret what's going on in your reality. You create your own reality. You are the writer, the creator, the curator, the director, the actor, the producer of your own life. If you want it to be better, then create it. Create that magic. Because when you go up against the universe and say, do you know what, universe, I know I deserve this, 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 and this, and it's because I'm this, 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 and this. If you're a good person with a good heart and a good soul, and you are doing the inner work, you will be rewarded in some capacity. But you do have to learn lessons along the way. And you have to understand that those lessons are there for your highest good. Everything that's happening to you is happening for you, not to you. Right. Okay, I've got 5 minutes before I'm due for another appointment. So, what else does this beautiful collective watching need to understand? What else do you need to understand? Separation, breakup, no contact, heartbreak. Okay. Perspective. Well, while you've been in separation, you've both started to look at life from a different perspective. Third party, oh, for fuck's sake. This could be work, it could be finances, because they've just come out as well. It could be your person's trying to make themselves stable financially. They could be going through some difficulties. They could be sending you music. What else do we have here? Air sign. Yeah, they're definitely wanting to communicate with you. That is very, 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 very much true. Clarify separation. They're working on money. And with the Six of Gems, they want to be making sure that they can give you what you deserve, which is why it's taking the time it's taking. Clarify perspective. Clarify perspective. Death card in reverse. They know it's not over between you. They're trying to breathe through some difficulty with the third party. And they're getting there. Yeah, they've been restricted because of the third party. For a lot of them, the third party energy, even though they're not with them in a relationship anymore, they're separating things. They're separating finances. They're trying to sell a house. They're going through a divorce. They're going through a really difficult time. And, you know, when I remember going through separations, and they're fucking hard. And I wasn't even married. I remember separating from someone 2015, 2010 we separated. We had a house. We owned a house together. And, you know, we separated gradually, and it was really, really difficult. And it wasn't even it was a soulmate relationship, and it was difficult then. Do you know what I mean? So imagine how difficult it is when there's karmic energy involved, and karma means action. So these masculines dealing with these difficult energies, it's because they've got to balance out that karma. Some of your masculines have got to serve that person a lesson that they won't ever fucking forget, because they're having to balance out that karma, and that can mean being quite challenging for them. Clarify music. Yeah, you're going to find that they're missing you incredibly at the moment, and all they want to do is come and torture you. Air sign is clarified by play. Novice, Page of Cups. They just want to talk to you. Page of Raindrops. They just want to talk to you. And they are in their heart space for you. They are in this space of, oh my God, I just want to see this person. We've got the Gems card, sorry, the Chariot card, momentum, Cancer season could be significant. Take it as it resonates. They're trying to heal from challenging situations. Some of them may be doing breath work. They may have several practices they do to help them navigate life. Just be compassionate. They're very curious about you though, and they're very much, I feel like for a lot of them, they're still spying on you. They're still trying to support you in some capacity. They're watching you. They've got their beady little eyes on you. Okay, yeah, 9 of Gems. And, you know, like I said to you before, a lot of them are trying to become they're trying to become officially single. Like, they really are single, but it's like there is that officiality that they're waiting for, right? And that's going to take time. They're wanting to come to you with security. They know you offer them security, like mentally. You have a safe space, you know, with their heart is safe with you. And they're not bothered about whether you've got money or not. They don't give a shit about you having money or not. They just want you to live your life how you're meant to. When you're with this person, together you will be very, very abundant because you're doing God's work. Yeah, charm, Knight of Cups. You know, they just want to come in and talk to you and connect with you. And if you've got any of this energy, which says defense there, if you've got any defensive energy, you're not, it's not going to work in your favor. So lose the defensive energy, lose that stubbornness, get into your heart space by doing things for you and filling your own life up with love, with wonderful things, wonderful people, hobbies, whatever it is you want to do it. We've also got planning. They are planning. Absolutely, they are planning. Oh my God, they are planning. But for a lot of them, they are planning for you and them to have a beautiful relationship where you leave a legacy. And they're planning that everything they're doing now is for your stability, for their family's stability. You know, if they've got children, they're making sure that the children are secure and, you know, protected and provided for. But they also want to make sure you are as well. Now, I know a lot of you are very independent and very successful and you're all about earning your own money. Yeah, absolutely. I am as well. I'm very, very independent. And having been in relationships where I've always been the breadwinner, it's very difficult to think of a man being a provider for me, even though my father was a provider for all five of children, my brothers and sisters, and he always was and still is to a degree. You know, he just likes to provide, he likes to surprise you and put money in your bank account occasionally, do you know what I mean? And I don't mean for birthdays, he's just very generous. But every little helps, doesn't it? But at the same time, your masculine wants to be your provider. They want to be your protector. And a healer and healers need protectors. Some of you masculines are in this space where they're recognizing you deserve all these amazing things. And they're like, I want to be the one that provides that. I want to do it. I don't want anyone else doing that. I want to do it. So there's a real sense of, you know, not stubbornness, but yeah, they just want to be, look, Knight, what was that? Master of Lightning, King of Wands. They want to be your provider, protector, your safe space. And in order for them to come in and do that, they have to feel safe financially. They have to feel safe in their nervous system. And, you know, they've been healing through some really difficult energies that have probably given them a very dysregulated nervous system. Whereas you come along and they're like, oh, who's that? And they feel safe with you immediately. That triggers the fuck out of them. And if you've had intimacy with them, they know that intimacy is not going to be the same with anyone else because it isn't meant to. Soul sex, soul loving, you know, they know it's not going to be the same with anyone but you. They're aware of it. As soon as they have that with you, they're like that. Oh, okay. Well, that's never happened before. I've never felt like that before. And it's really triggering for them because they've never known it. Just as it probably was for you as well. So, you know, and when you've had that and then you've not got it, it gives you that opportunity to see what you're missing, yes, but to understand on a deeper level, and on a cellular level, wow, that's another way you know it's your person. Again, this is not with any toxicity involved. This is, you know, this is where you've come together, that you've both been single and you've just aligned. Or if you have known them while they were still with someone, it's been a friendship, but you know, you could see between you, we do have quite a connection here, and it's great that we're friends, but there's obviously still that attraction there, but nothing happened until, you know, both of you were single. It's a really loving energy, actually. It's a really loving energy, and it's very clear that your person has a lot of respect for you and wants to come in with that respect in play. Like, they want to be playful, they want to have fun with you, and, you know, do things that are exciting, but they want you to understand from the get-go, this isn't casual dating. This is, I'm dating you with intention. I'm wanting to be your provider. I'm wanting to be with you. And if they have been in a relationship in the last year, 2 years or longer, it's, you know, or they've come out of a relationship in the last year or 2 years or something like that, or a few years, they've had to take that time to get to know themselves and reconnect with themselves, because you have. And you know, on these journeys, because it's soul frequency and it's the soul path, when you have gone and done your work, when you have gone and done healing, when you have gone and focused on you and what makes your heart and soul sing, that will then help your masculine do the same. They do take a little while sometimes, but sometimes they just match your frequency and go, oh, actually, you're choosing you, and, you know, that's really drawing me towards you. And in a lot of cases, for the collective I pick up on, your masculine is very drawn to you, especially because they're not 100% sure, one, what you're up to, and that's why they watch you so much, and two, you know, they need to almost feel like they're not sure, not if you want them, but they need to be in a place where they come forward and there is that excitement to come forward, but they have to also be okay with the idea that you could say, look, I'm really sorry, I love you dearly, but this isn't for me. You know what I mean? And that's hard for them. And that's where they have to heal those rejection wounds, and, you know, any energy that's caused them these difficulties, they have to heal them, and they have to feel strong in their own space, in their own headspace, heart space, soul space, to come to you. And if you're in that, well, I don't fucking want to speak to you, fuck off, I'm going to ghost you, because you've experienced that with them, because they've not been able to do anything but that because of circumstances and trying to protect connection, or trying to protect their children, you know, or their business or finances, you're not going to get very far. You need to lose the ego. We all have been in ego at times and gone, and your spirit guides will be like, you're in ego, come on now, you need to come out of this, because if you're in ego, guess what? Your masculine will be as well, yeah? Do you understand? Yeah, soul frequency. The minute you're in ego, they'll be in ego. The minute you're in fear base, they'll be in fear base. When you come back to love, to the heart, to that gentle feminine essence of presence and unconditional love for you, for your counterpart, for the world, they will feel that as well. So I'm going to be quiet. If you would like, I'm probably going to be doing some moon specials. So if you'd like one, just message me privately, zoe@thesassyspiritualist.co.uk, or Zoe Empowered Soul Alchemist 11 on TikTok, and Empowered Soul Alchemist 1111 on, what am I on? Instagram. Fuck, I don't know, honestly. And we'll go from there. But yeah, I am going to be doing some specials. If you need any other help understanding a journey, then my books are open to book one-to-ones. We can look at some healing for you, inner child healing, womb healing, past life regression, you know, quantum healing. There's quite a lot I can help you with. So yeah, just message. Lots of love.